Welcome to the Eat Green, Waste Less action category. Together, food and waste make up about 20% of an average basic household impact on climate change. More than 3/4 of this comes from our food and the rest from waste. This action category has many simple and easy solutions and is a great opportunity to take action and make a difference. We'll start with the biggest impact, food. Foods vary widely in their impact on climate change. The biggest impact is from red meat. Through their normal digestion process, cattle, sheep, and goats all create methane, a very powerful greenhouse gas. In plain language, they burp methane. Methane is also created from the manure of cattle and other animals. Beef and lamb have the highest impact, over 20 times more than low-impact foods like grains and vegetables. A bit lower down the climate impact scale are cheese, pork, and shellfish. They have about a third of the impact of beef. Next, poultry, fish, eggs, and milk are about 1/5 the impact of beef. Grains, beans, fruits, vegetables, and nuts all have a very low impact, over 20 times less than beef. The solution? Consider eating less red meat and more plant-based meals. If you replace one meal with beef a week with a plant-based meal like grains, beans, and vegetables, for a family of 4, it's the same as driving 1,500 miles less per year in a gas-powered car. Raising cattle also requires a large amount of water, grain, land, and energy to create just 1 pound of beef. The overall impact of eating beef is significant on our natural resources. Reducing your weekly consumption of beef, even just a little, can significantly lower your climate impact and help preserve precious natural resources. Plant-based meals also save money, and research shows they are great for your health. Now let's talk about the other action topic in this category, waste less. Garbage, what we throw away and send to the landfill or incinerator, creates methane, a powerful greenhouse gas, carbon pollution, and other harmful emissions. However, waste is actually much more than what we send to the garbage. It's part of the story of how we use resources. Remember the 3 R's? Reduce, reuse, and recycle? Most of the time, we only hear about recycling, which is one good way to reduce our waste. But the 2 most important steps are the first 2 R's, reduce and reuse. One example is a paper or styrofoam coffee cup from your favorite local coffee shop. It's not recyclable or compostable, so it's used once and then thrown away. The solution? A reusable coffee mug. Making this switch is much more than throwing away one less thing in the garbage. You have also just saved on all the resources and energy it takes to make all those disposable coffee cups. Bravo! Well done. Take a bow. This is a great example of a new concept called circular economy. In a circular economy, the main idea is to use less of our precious natural resources and have a lower impact by making things reusable, making them last longer, and then designing them so they can easily be made into something new when they're at their end of useful life, instead of going into the garbage. The next time you're buying something, consider, is it reusable? Is it made well so that it will last a long time? Do I need it? Then, before you throw something out, consider, can I fix it and keep using it? Is there someone else that might want it? Can I donate it? If you're still ready to throw it out, then check to see if you can recycle or compost it. Check out the What is a Circular Economy action to learn more and all the reduce and reuse actions in the waste less action category. There are 2 categories of waste that deserve special attention, food and plastics. Food and plastics are the 2 largest categories of waste, making up over 40% of our waste stream. Food is an incredibly important part of our lives. It brings us together, nourishes us, and connects us to our culture. Right now, 40% of the food grown in the US is thrown away, from food that never makes it to the market, to food that is thrown out by stores, to food waste at home. Nearly half of all food we grow is never eaten. That means 40% of the land, water, and energy we use to grow food gets wasted too. Food waste also creates methane, a powerful greenhouse gas, and is the largest category of waste that ends up in the landfill. The good news, with a few simple changes, you can significantly reduce the amount of food you throw away. Studies have shown that up to 2/3 of household food waste comes from improper storage. Just storing your food the right way alone can be a game changer. There are 2 easy actions you can take to help reduce your household food waste. First, make a meal plan. Do a little planning and buy only what you need. Then store it properly and serve and share it before it goes bad. You can also choose the wonky or imperfect looking foods when you're shopping at the grocery store, since they often are not chosen and get thrown out by the store. For any food you do end up throwing out, compost it. Composting is easier than you think. Check out the compost action to learn more. Finally, plastics. You might think, well, plastics are okay because they get recycled, right? Actually, no. Only 9% of all plastics get recycled. Plastics are hard to recycle because there are many different kinds and they all have different chemical makeups which require different recycling processes. Basically, it's very hard to recycle plastics. Unfortunately, plastics often end up polluting our land and water and creating serious health hazards for fish and wildlife. And they don't break down. Every plastic bottle or straw we use takes up to 1,000 years or more to decompose. That's over 30 generations. Your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren could be looking at that same plastic bottle and wondering, what were we thinking? Plastic is very easy and convenient to use, but the cost of this convenience is very high. The great news, we have many easy options to reduce our plastic use. 3 easy ways to start are to bring a reusable water bottle, say no to plastic straws, and ditch plastics at mealtime. There are more and more companies thinking about a circular economy and looking for ways to reduce plastics, so there will be many more alternatives coming soon. In the meantime, choose reusable options and vote with your dollars by purchasing items with less plastic whenever you can. There are many simple and easy ways to eat green and waste less that will lower our climate impact, improve our health, and create a more sustainable world. Your goal? Mark off the actions you already do, then choose 3 to 5 new actions. Add them to your list and start making a plan to complete them. Take action today to help create a brighter and healthier future.